These are the Live Your Values cards, and I wanted to share them because this deck ended up being way more meaningful for me than I expected. At first glance, it looks like a simple deck of cards, but it's really a hands on way to figure out what actually matters to you. When you open the deck, it comes with this small guidebook that kind of walks you through how to use the cards. And I really like that because if somebody would have just said, write down your core values, I probably would have overthought it immediately. So this gives you a little guidance and a more structured way to start. There are also these three header cards that it comes with. They have doesn't matter, matters some to me, and matters most to me. There are also two blank cards. So if you don't like the one that says doesn't matter, you can make one that maybe says matters less to me. And the idea is that you lay these out and then start sorting the value cards underneath each one. This is a 78 card deck, so there are a lot of different values included. And I actually think that's part of what makes it helpful because sometimes you don't realize something is important to you until you see the word right in front of you. I also like that this is more engaging than a regular self help book and way less intimidating than staring at a blank page trying to list out your values from scratch. It gives you something visual and physical to start with, and that made the process feel more manageable for me. So each card has a value on it, and then it includes a definition to help support your understanding of that value. Then, when you turn the card over, it gives you ideas for how that value might show up in your life, ways to demonstrate it, or practices you may want to add if that value is important to you. When I did this with my therapist, she had me go through the cards pretty quickly at first, like 1 to 3 seconds per card. I wasn't sitting there analyzing every single one. I wasn't trying to make the perfect choice. I was just noticing my gut reaction and putting it under one of the three categories. And honestly, I think that part was important because I can overthink anything. But going faster made me pay attention to what I instinctively felt instead of what I thought maybe I was supposed to choose. And so after I had the three stacks, my personal goal was to take the matters most to me pile and narrow it down to my top 10 values. And that was super hard because it didn't mean that the other values didn't matter. It doesn't mean that one value is more worthy or more important than another one. It just means for this season of my life, these are the values that I most want to come back to. That's kind of the way I thought about it. So for time's sake, I've only sorted a few here, but when I did this originally, I did sort through all 78 cards, and I highly recommend doing that. Um, for me, this became a lot more than just a card sorting activity. So after I picked my top 10 values, it helped me see something that I really needed to see, that the life I wanted, the person I was, and the relationship I was in were not aligned. And that realization was painful, but it was also a turning point in my healing. Overall, I think this deck is a really thoughtful tool for reflection, therapy, journaling, or just checking in with yourself during a new chapter of life. So, if you're looking for a way to zoom in on your own values or just want to learn more about how they fit into your life, this is a great way to get started, and I highly recommend checking this deck out.